Hi everyone, happy Raksha Bandhan to everyone and thanks for watching this video. So I wish everyone happy Raksha Bandhan, whoever is watching this video today from the different part of this world. Some people are from India, from the South India, from North India, it's the completely India itself, correct? And we have also the valuable subscribers from California, from South Africa, from Ireland, from different part of this world, correct? So let's wish happy Raksha Bandhan to all of you. And now in this particular video I'm going to talk about DevOps concept based on which you will get interview questions, correct? So when you are appearing for the interview, from where you can expect the questions, correct? You should know that thing first, then you can prepare accordingly. So I have listed down each and every concept, like concept from your AWS cloud, concept from the different services of the AWS cloud, then concept from your Kubernetes, then Terraform, then your Docker, then Jenkins, then your Grafana, then your Git and Linux. So these kind of skills what you utilize on the daily basis during your DevOps job while working as a DevOps engineer, whether you are a beginner or like you are having 2 years experience, 3 years experience, or you are starting your career as a DevOps engineer, or you are the senior one, still you are going to utilize all the concept, correct? So if you are a beginner, you will be working on the basic level. If you are the senior, if you are the lead, you will be working on a the advanced concept of the same topic or the same service, correct? So let's talk about all these things today in this particular video. So let's continue this video and stay tuned till the end of this video. So let's start. So the first service or the first skills what I have included is AWS BPC service, and we will start with the AWS cloud first. So when we talk about the AWS cloud, we have multiple services. We are going to talk about multiple services. So on which services you should focus, correct? Whether you should use the AWS services which is being utilized towards the data, or you should use the services which is being utilized towards SRE, or you should focus on the services which is being utilized towards DevOps. So if you are going to work as a DevOps engineer, you are preparing yourself for the DevOps interview, where should I focus? You should focus on the AWS VPC, EC2, S3, RDS, IAM, SES, SNS, SQS, CloudWatch, these kind of services, EKS, Lambda function as well, correct? So these are kind of services on which you should focus. But on these services, what are the major concepts on which you should focus? You should prepare, and you should prepare yourself for the DevOps interview based on those concepts only, correct? So you can crack the interview. So let's talk about that thing as well. So just considering a simple AWS service or the basic service of the AWS VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. So while you talk about VPC, you should focus on what? You should focus on VPC first. Subnets, what are the different kind of subnets? Then what is the VPC endpoint that you should focus? VPC peering, VPC transit gateway. What is the concept of CIDR? What are the different types of subnet? IGW, NAT gateway, route table. These are the concepts on which you can prepare while you are focusing on the VPC service. Now let's talk about the EC2, AWS EC2 service. In EC2, what should you focus? You should focus on what is public server, what is private server, what is the use case of your EIP, elastic IP address. Then you should focus on what is the use case of user data, how user data can be utilized, correct? Then you should focus on health check, target group, load balancer, ENI concept, elastic network interface. So all these are the concepts from your AWS EC2 service. Now let's talk about the one more important and basic service of the AWS, that is IAM, which is utilized to control the roles, the permission and all these things, correct? User permissions and everything. So when we talk about the AWS IAM, we should focus on user, role, group, permissions. That means policy. So your customer created policies, your AWS managed policy, permission boundary in IAM, trust relationship, correct? So you should focus on all these concepts in the IAM. Then let's talk about S3. So in S3, where should you focus? First, how to create a bucket. Then S3 cross account communication, that you should focus. Then management rule, lifecycle rule, you should focus on that. S3 static website hosting, that you should focus. S3 CRS concept, event notification. So these are the concepts on which you should focus while you are preparing your AWS S3 service. Now let's talk about EKS. That is also one of the important and major AWS service on which Kubernetes feature is being utilized, correct? So while you are talking about AWS EKS, you should know how to upgrade your EKS cluster. Upgrading your control plane, upgrading your master node and worker node. That means control plane and the data plane, correct? How can you upgrade your complete cluster? Then you should focus on how can you secure your Kubernetes cluster. That means your EKS cluster, correct? Then you should focus on add-on things. What kind of add-on we utilized in our EKS service, correct? Then the major and the important concept from the AWS cloud is Lambda function. What are the backend services of the Lambda? What is the use case of Lambda function, that you should focus. And like the different concepts, the different DevOps project, DevOps scenario on where we utilize Lambda function to minimize the cost of your databases, to rotate your credentials in which is stored in the AWS Secret Manager. Then ACS, SNS, SQS, their use case and how to configure. CloudWatch is also one of the most important service which is utilized for the monitoring purpose. So how can you create alarms? How can you utilize the CloudWatch as event, correct? So how can you integrate this with the Lambda function? These kind of features also you should know. You should know the configuration part. Then RDS, which is also most important, the database related thing where you can store your data. So what is the use of RDS? What is the snapshot in RDS? What is performance insight in RDS? What are parameters in RDS? You should know about these things as well. Then cloud formation. So if you want to provision any cloud resources, so how can you create the template? How can you write down the template? So you should know about the cloud formation templates as well. So these were all the part of your AWS cloud, and in next video I'll be talking about Kubernetes, Docker, Terraform, Git, Linux and Grafana and the other monitoring tools as well. In this particular video I just wanted to highlight all the major and important services of the AWS cloud. If you want training on all these skills, on all these concepts, I'm providing training as well. You can drop a WhatsApp message to do more inquiry over the training, over the DevOps interview preparation bootcamp as well, and for other stuffs as well. So you can drop a WhatsApp message, and there I will be elaborating you. I'll give you the hands-on experience as well, and I will help you as best as I can. Correct. So these were all the services what I was talking about. You should focus on, and in the similar way, in upcoming video, I'm going to talk about Kubernetes, where we will focus on how can you utilize or how can you give the different concept like demonstrate your deployment, your ingress, service, your like gateways and other concepts of the Kubernetes. Then we will be talking about the Terraform as well. I will get into detail in the next video. Data block, your resource block, your providers, the multiple providers, then your conditional resource creation and other stuffs as well. So stay tuned for the next upcoming videos as well. Till the time, thank you. Bye bye.